So, as a elder daughter of the family, I became very responsible person at a very young age, knowing that my father has retired, and I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my younger brother. So I started living in much more masculine energy. So masculine energy means that your personality traits are where you are much more action oriented, you are logical, you are structured, and I was totally forgetting about my feminine side. So having that imbalance caused a lot of stress within me. I forgot that I have to live my life fully into having a feminine side. So what exactly is meant by feminine energy? So feminine energy is found in everyone irrespective of gender. It focuses more on your emotional connections and flow over your constant actions, and you are much more calmer, you are much more nurturing and compassionate in nature. And it's very important to have that balance, otherwise it creates a lot of self-sabotage, low self-esteem, and emotional breakdown. So I certainly realized that why I started living in this masculine energy is because of our Indian society and our patriarchal mindset, where masculine energy is considered to be much more superior, and women are now being taught that you have to be strong, you have to fight for yourself, and feminine energy is considered to be very weak, and it is not at all valued. But in fact, I would say that a feminine energy gives you a lot of strength. So it is because of the Indian society mindset, and also because of our survival mode. We are always living in flight and fight mode, and we are in a competitive mindset where we have to win over other people, and the 9 to 5 rat race which we are living in. So because of the survival mode and in the Indian society, we forget to live our in a feminine energy. So in this video I would like to share some small habits which I have started adapting to get and appreciate the feminine side of me. But before I get started off, I would really request you guys to do subscribe to my channel. I especially make videos for women out there in terms of their lifestyle changes and personal growth, and I hope this video will be helpful for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. So the first habit which I feel will actually enhance your feminine energy is that you need to focus on your menstrual cycle and act accordingly. So being a woman, we go through multiple mood swings as per our menstrual cycle, and what I would like you guys to think and act accordingly. So there are different phases. If I talk about, one is the follicular phase, which starts once your period ends. That is a phase where you are much more productive, you are energetic, and you can focus on some high intensity workouts. And after this follicular phase, you have the ovulatory phase. Ovulatory phase is where the chances of obviously getting pregnant is high, and at the same time you are much more productive. It's a magnetic phase. You can try out some high strength training workouts, and then there is a luteal phase, which is more into low energy. This is a phase before your period starts, and you are like just craving some junk items, and your energy is very low, and then you can focus on your modern intensity workout. And then obviously there is a menstrual phase, where obviously your energy is very low, and in that phase you just need to focus your fitness around doing some light stretches or yoga or maybe just walking. So act accordingly. If you are going to start something new, I would say start after your menstrual phase ends and your follicular phase starts. And it's very important that there are certain hormonal fluctuations which happen, and even if you try doing something like a high intensity workout during luteal phase, you will understand that it doesn't happen that way, right? You have to understand and accept how your body works. So think about it, and act accordingly. Second habit which I started developing is that you need to build your hobbies and explore your creativity. So since childhood, I feel that, we are always running after money, we are running after success, but what makes us fulfilled is focusing on our hobbies and creativity. We forget what are the things which we liked as a child, right? So maybe you can focus on doing painting, artwork, or even journaling for that matter, right? So it's a way of expressing your emotions. So creativity comes only when you're sitting idle for the few minutes and you focus on, what are the things which you like. So focus your all your energy in just listening to music and drawing something, or reading books, or just exploring the creativity skills of yours. Next thing which I would like to definitely highlight is, focusing on your self care habits. So being an independent woman, financially taking care of everything, our always focus is on saving and investing, and we forget to take care of our physical body. So it's important that we focus on our skincare tips, and also focus on, improving the way we look, and the way we walk, the way we dress up. It all matters. It all The way you dress up, boosts up your confidence. And I would say that, apart from just wearing your favorite dress, you just, start exploring things which are into self care. Like maybe you can focus on doing meditation, focus on listening to some soothing music. You can go out for getting a spa done. So something which relaxes your mind and your body is equally important. And sometimes you don't have to always focus on saving money. Next habit, which I feel is very important, is to, check your tone of voice. So I have realized this thing, that I had become very rebellious person. I always used to get into arguments with people and waste my energy, and I used to increase the tone of my voice just to win the argument. But then I feel that you can be gentle and polite even when your tone of voice is very calm. So now my awareness is more into the tone of voice I use in terms of conveying what I'm feeling or sharing my opinion. You need to focus on, responding very calmly instead of reacting emotionally. I would suggest take a 5-second pause before conveying anything, be it your opinion, or if you're handling a conflict out there. It's very important that you respond, and that's how you will also lower down your cortisol levels. When your tone of voice is very calm, then your mind automatically knows that you don't need to raise the level of cortisol in your body, and that's how you will be able to reset your nervous system. So this is very important. Last but not the least is that you need to spend some time in nature. So nature is something which always gives and always provides you with positive vibes. Even doing some slow walks or walking barefoot, being grounded, will totally change the level of energy which you feel within yourself. So if you want to have a, peace of mind, you always don't need to go to mountains to feel it. You can just spend some 15 minutes out there in the sun, near nature, and just focus on the things which you have learned, or maybe just being grateful. Just think about three things in your life which you're grateful for per day, and trust me, your energy will change. So these are the small habits which are helping me out there on everyday basis. And last but not the least is being receptive. So as a single woman, independent woman out there, I always was very hesitant to ask for help, because in Indian society we are always told that it's not good to ask for help. You need to do it yourself. You don't need to be dependent on anyone. But as a feminine energy trait, women are, it's okay if you ask for help. If you accept compliment from others, you should not feel embarrassed or ashamed of that. You should be open to asking for help, because you're blocking that energy. If somebody wants to help you out and you don't want that help, then obviously you are causing that blockage. And I feel that you should not be very hesitant to ask for help. So create this practice wherever you are. Like if you're traveling for the very first time and you don't know certain things, then instead of panicking, instead of creating that level of stress or anxiety, you can ask for help from strangers. And even I had started doing that. So when I was traveling solo, there were many times when I was like struggling to pick up my luggage, or even struggling to find the correct route out there. Sometimes we don't know everything in an unknown country. At that time you need to be confident enough and polite enough to ask for help. So this is a very important trait you can focus upon. So I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. And if you feel that it will be valuable to other girlies out there, then please do share so. And share me in the comments that which habit did you like the most. Till then, take care and bye bye.